Hi, I'm Steve Williams and this is Scooter and the Sticks. It's cold out this morning, around, 34, 35 degrees. And I'm gonna go for a ride. Part of that is I have to slowly adapt to cold weather. So I wanna talk a little bit about in this video why and how I accomplish that. So let's go for a ride and I'll talk a little bit more about it. A big part of riding in cold weather is a mental game. This morning I went out with the dogs. It was 33 degrees. It was cold, a little bit of wind, gray skies, and a big part of me is like, oh man, I just want to stay in the house where it's warm. So if you plan to ride in the winter or in cold weather, you're going to have to get past that. And I slowly gird myself. You know, I need to deal with those thoughts. I need to deal with just the seeming agony of having to gear up to ride in the cold. And you know, all the other things, you know, especially if the temperature drops below freezing, the additional focus and concerns on ice on the road and things like that. So just like an athlete, I guess I have to mentally prepare myself to ride in cold weather. And you know, I'd like to say there's all kinds of positive things that drive me to ride in the winter, and all I can say is I love to ride. So the early challenge is a mental one for me, and I'm glad that I made the decision to ride today, and so far things are going well. It's a beautiful morning to ride. I have to apologize. The sound cut out on my microphone while I was riding. So this is a voiceover. I need gear while I'm riding to keep the air off my skin. And from head to foot, I had on a full face helmet, a balaclava to keep the air off my neck between the helmet and my jacket, my 4-season riding jacket by First Gear. I had a wool sweater and a t-shirt. I had long underwear and flannel lined jeans, wool socks, and a pair of winter boots. Also on my hands I had my Gerbing battery-powered electric gloves on the medium setting. And that's what I had. Yeah, come on, baby. Cold. So why ride in the cold? For me, it's all about the experience. experience of riding, and as I've said already, I love to ride, but riding in cold weather is different. Different senses are turned on, different mental focus is underway, and the world is different. It looks different. And unless you're someone that spends a lot of time outdoors year-round, you don't see all this stuff, see the changes. And for me, that's an important part of the experience. And the same kind of fragrances you smell. I just went by a barn and I could smell the corn silage because they've chopped a lot of corn, and it's triggers the senses, triggers memories. It's just great all around. And I know for a lot of riders, they don't want to deal with the cold. It's dismissed out of hand as stupid and crazy and nuts. And I can agree with that if I'm not warm. And today, even though it's 34, 35 degrees now, I am toasty warm from head to foot. And that's key. I don't feel any cold air leaking in anywhere. And even though there's some leftover snow here, I don't have to worry about anything on the road other than gravel or salt that could make traction iffy in certain places. And because I'm blessed with these lightly traveled roads, I don't see much traffic. I see a farmer hauling a manure spreader around or something, but man, I don't want to give up this experience because the weather got cold. I'm not sure whether it's an experience or a ritual or just some mindless activity, but usually after a nice cold ride like this, I stop somewhere on my way home to get a hot cup of tea and something sweet to eat. And that's my plan for this ride. I'm gonna head to the pump station to see what I can find there.
So that'll wrap up another episode of Scooter and the Sticks. Until next time, be well, ride safe, and stay warm.